Sarah Gibson, born in 1986 in the United States, was a talented American pianist and composer celebrated for her contributions to contemporary music. Her compositions were performed by major orchestras across the United States and Europe, earning her recognition as a vital voice in modern classical music. She was closely associated with Pianospheres, a respected organization dedicated to new piano music, and became one of its featured artists in 2019. As a performer, Gibson toured widely across the US and Europe and co-founded the piano duo Hockett with fellow musician Thomas Kochev. The duo appeared at major music festivals, including the Mata Festival in New York and Noon to Midnight in Los Angeles. Gibson received commissions from several prominent organizations, such as the League of American Orchestras and the Seattle Symphony. She served as the sound investment composer for the Los Angeles Chamber Orchestra during the 2018 to 2019 season. Her piece To the World, written for baritone and tongue drum, was published by Rise and Erler. In May 2023, her ensemble work Soak Stain, inspired by the art of Helen Frankenthaler, premiered in Chicago. Another orchestral piece, Warp and Weft, which drew inspiration from Miriam Shapiro's artwork, was performed in Glasgow, March 8, 2024. Her final work, Beyond the Beyond, an orchestral composition reflecting the emotions of new motherhood, is set to premiere at the Royal Albert Hall during the proms on August 8, 2024. Eva Swartz, born on April 15, 1956, in Stockholm, Sweden, was a prominent Swedish businesswoman known for her influential roles in media, publishing, and cultural policy. She grew up in Grebro and was the sister of writer and journalist Richard Swartz. Their great-grandfather, Karl Swartz, briefly served as Sweden's prime minister in 1917. After studying foreign languages, particularly Italian, Spanish, and French, Swartz began her career as an editor at the publishing house Kokelbergs. In the late 1970s, she worked at the Italian Cultural Institute in Stockholm and later lived in Trieste during the 1980s. She entered the television industry in 1987, contributing to the early programming of the commercial channel TV3. In the 1990s, she served as CEO of Meter Film and Television, and by 1998, she had joined TV4 as Director of Entertainment and Drama. She became the program director and deputy CEO in 2002. Swartz later took over as CEO of the publishing company Natur and Kultur in 2005. In 2007, she was chosen to lead a government review of Sweden's cultural policy. Though she stepped down from Natur and Kultur in 2012, Swartz remained active in leadership roles. She was chairperson of Apodia, the online pharmacy, and Norstedts Förlagsgrupp, a major publishing group. She also held board positions at Stockholm University, the Swedish Film Institute, and other organizations. Eva Swartz passed away at the age of 68 after a long illness, leaving behind a legacy of leadership and cultural impact across Sweden's media and publishing industries. Bill Cobbs, a prolific character actor known for his roles in films like The Bodyguard, Night at the Museum, and Demolition Man, has died at the age of 90. He also appeared in television series such as The Sopranos, I'll Fly Away, and One Life to Live. A native of Cleveland, Cobbs served 8 years in the Air Force and held jobs at a car dealership and IBM before launching a successful acting career that spanned over 50 years. He was remembered by his publicist, Chuck I. Jones, as a phenomenal human being. Among his many accomplishments, Cobbs earned a Daytime Emmy for his role, Mr. Hendrickson on Dino Dana, a Canadian educational series for children. Martin Amis, the acclaimed British author known for his novels Money, A Suicide Note, London Fields, and The Information, passed away on May 19th at the age of 73 after battling esophageal cancer. Throughout his career, Amis wrote over 30 works of fiction and non-fiction, including essay collections, short stories, screenplays, and a memoir titled Experience, published in 2000. Several of his books were adapted into films, such as The Rachel Papers 1989, Dead Babies 2000, Out of the Blue 2018, and The Zone of Interest, which premiered at the Cannes Film Festival on the day he died. Shifty Shellshock, lead vocalist of the rap rock band Crazy Town and known for the hit song Butterfly, has died at the age of 49, according to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner. Born Seth Binzer, he began his music career with Brett Epic Mazur under the name the Brimstone Sluggers before they co-founded Crazy Town. The band's debut album, The Gift of the Game, was released in 1999, but it was their third single, Butterfly, that brought them widespread fame. The following year, after releasing a second album, the band split but later reunited, eventually putting out a third album titled The Brimstone Sluggers in 2015. Binzer, who faced ongoing struggles with addiction, also pursued solo work and led a side project called Shifty and the Big Shots. Julia Fulio, the Florida rapper, whose real name was Charles Jones, was shot and killed at the age of 26 in a hotel parking lot in Tampa. His representative, Louis Fusco, confirmed that Jones had been in the city celebrating his birthday and was reportedly ambushed. Known for tracks like Crooks and Reach the Top, Jones gained attention with his 2018 single Coming Up and built a strong fan base through social media and YouTube. He had 1.1 million Instagram followers and nearly 1 million monthly listeners. On Spotify, over his career, he released 10 albums, including Resurrection in 2024. Sarah Becker, known for her appearance on The Real World, Miami, has died at the age of 52. A native of La Jolla, California, Becker was featured in the 5th season of MTV's The Real World in 1996, joining castmates Dan Renzi, Melissa Padron, Joe Patton, Cynthia Roberts, Flora Alexeyeva, and Mike Lambert. She worked at a comic book store during her time on the show. Barbara Gladstone, born on May 21, 1935, in the United States, was a prominent American art dealer and film producer. She founded Gladstone Gallery, a contemporary art space with locations in New York and Brussels. In 1980, she left her teaching job at Hofstra to open her gallery in Manhattan, starting with exhibitions by artists like Jenny Holzer. From 1989 to 1992, she collaborated with Italian dealer Christian Stein on Stein Gladstone, a Soho-based gallery focused on rare installations. Gladstone Gallery gained attention in 1991 by hosting Matthew Barney's first solo show in New York and went on to introduce numerous international artists to the U.S. art scene. After moving to Chelsea in 1996, the gallery expanded to multiple locations, including 530 West 21st Street in New York and a space in Brussels. In 2002, she partnered with Kurt Marcus for several years, and in 2020, the gallery merged with Gavin Brown's Enterprise. Gladstone also served on the board of the nonprofit Artists Space. Since 2018, Barbara Gladstone passed away at the age of 89 to a stroke. Larry Siedentop, born on May 24, 1936, in the United States, was a renowned American-born British political philosopher best known for his work on 19th-century French liberalism. He authored Democracy in Europe 2000 and Inventing the Individual 2014, and contributed to major publications like the Financial Times and the Times. Born in Chicago, he studied at Hope College and later earned his master's from Harvard. As a Marshall Scholar, he completed his Ph.D. at the University of Oxford under Isaac Berlin, focusing on Joseph de Maistre and Maine de Biron. Siedentop served as a research fellow at Nuffield College and spent most of his academic career at Keble College, Oxford. After retiring, he held visiting positions at institutions in the Netherlands, Spain, and Scotland. He was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in 2004 and was knighted in 2016 for his services to political science and higher education. Larry Siedentop passed away at the age of 88 following a short illness. Jack Cole-Well was a talented Australian singer-songwriter known for his emotionally intense and genre-blending music. Born in Sydney, he rose to fame in 2015 with his debut single Don't Cry Those Tears, which topped Australian charts. His 2020 album Swan Dream, produced by longtime friend Sarah Blasco, received critical acclaim for its vulnerability and storytelling. Cole-Well's performances were raw and powerful, often leaving a lasting impression on his audiences. He was also a proud voice in the LGBTQ+ community and served as the director of the Sydney Choir Polyphony, reflecting his commitment to both music and community. Cole-Well passed away in October 2024 at the age of 34, shortly before the release of his second album. His passing marked a significant loss for Australian music and all who knew him. Roberto Saturnino Braga, born in 1931 in Brazil, was a respected engineer and influential political figure. He began his public career in 1963 as a federal deputy for Rio de Janeiro. During Brazil's military regime, he joined the Brazilian Democratic Movement (MDB) and later served in the Senate from 1975 to 1985. After the dictatorship ended, Braga became the first directly elected mayor of Rio de Janeiro, holding office from 1986 to 1989. He returned to the Senate from 1999 to 2007 and was widely known for his advocacy for democracy, social justice, and the rights of the underprivileged. Over the years, he was affiliated with several political parties, including the PDT and PT. Braga passed away in 2024 at the age of 93, remembered for his integrity and lifelong commitment to serving the people of Brazil.